Hi everyone, I'm Claire Venus and I host Sparkle on Substack. And I am an engagement consultant and mentor, and I host a lovely community of free and pay subscribers. So my members and my diamond members over on Sparkle on Substack, people who want to stay creative with Substack, people who want to grow joyfully and sustainably on Substack, people that want to get to the crux of what it is that they want to do on Substack in a creative way or in a way that kind of dovetails and fits with that business and the wider ecosystem. So that's me. I said I would do a video for Mika today because I have this beautiful planner that I designed last year. Here it is. I got one printed out. So I designed it last year so that we could track a year of our progress, yes, on Substack, but also reflect on some of the things that were coming up for us, reflect on some of the beautiful things that were coming through around recommendations, kind words, ideas for posts. So it's kind of like part content calendar, part reflection tool. And I am giving it to all of my paid members. Now we're in July, nearly July. I wanted to just offer that as a free download for the rest of the year. So if you want to grab one of these, print it out for the next few months till we close 2024, you'd be super welcome. There'll be an updated version of this for sale in 2025. It's a super useful tool. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about my planning and the way that I do things. I think that would just be really helpful. I know I'm always lean in when people talk about that. So I have a series of notebooks that I work within. And this one is like bullet journal style, which I love. So I can kind of mind map things out, work things out. There'll be some examples in here. This is when I was planning for our new puppy. So I just did it in a really fun way with a pink pen. But yeah, I just like to write lists and work stuff out, journal. It's all in the same notebook, and I've just got a few on the go at any one time, whichever one I feel like working within. I'm trying to sort of separate out the topics that I work on. So this one is purely for finance. So I'm not allowed to write anything else in there other than finance. I'm working on like a big project with my accountant to kind of move to a more digital software. So that's really helping me to kind of tick off the to-do list and do all that sort of stuff. So I wanted a bespoke place for Substack planning. And this one I designed as a kind of journal companion. So there's a section on it that if you're new to Substack, you can like literally read it like a book. It's got lots of tips and stuff like that in there. And then there's lots of kind of inspirational quotes. There's a calendar there, so you can kind of work out in 2024, like when you want to publish stuff. There's not anything like, like key dates or anything like that, because we're all so individual, and we're coming to Substack from all over the world. Got a page for inspirational quotes, things that keep me motivated if I'm feeling, less than enthused or a bit flat, usually in the depths of winter, but we're in summer and season now. There's lots of nice journal prompts like making the days count, and your Substack through the season. So it's really your free reign to just write whatever you want to write within those sections. And then there are places to track numbers, and so always really cautious about how we do that, but just the physical act of checking in each month and writing down the numbers. So I focused in on open rates and monthly views, and I've been seeing if I can increase the open rate and then increase the monthly views. I actually gave up on the open rate because there's just been something really glitchy with Gmail accounts where things aren't being delivered properly, and there's all of that sort of thing. So I've just let that go and I've focused in on the monthly views. I also notice, you can't help it, can you, when you're on the dashboard? So I notice how many paid subscribers and how many free subscribers are there. But I make sure that if I am feeling like I'm obsessing about it too much, like I'll just go onto the composition page rather than log into the dashboard. So I'm really cautious about that. So I need to actually catch up with this because I've missed a few. I did it in May. So I can see between January when I first started it, so Sparkle was at 25,000 monthly views in January, and then by May I was at 50.6, so it's doubled. So that was me bringing attention to the monthly views. That was the one statistic that I thought wasn't going to make me wobble too much. I just can focus on my work being read and my publication being read. So yeah, so there's loads and loads of stuff in here. Like there's little tips about your handle and what to do with that. It's quite a thick book, and it's lots of soul searching about content buckets. It's lots of questions around, do you want to have a podcast? What's your biggest goal? You can write it here. things to do with the ripple effect. There's a little vision quest. There's a daily plan. We can kind of plan out our days and work out where we've got time for Substack. There's weekly plans. We can work out when we're a reader, when we're a writer, when we're going to engage in communities. If you're like me and you kind of joined far too many paid communities. There's a place for celebrations and milestones. There's loads and loads of blank pages. And then there's these sections that are kind of reflections after 3 months. I feel for me, you know, working in this way, working in this 3-month chapter of each year means there's 4 chapters in each year, and we can really hone in on what has been possible within a 3-month period, rather than kind of go, oh, this week I didn't quite get to this, or this month didn't go as well as I wanted. We hold the attention within a 3-month period. It also gives us lots of space for understanding how we work seasonally, which I'm very passionate about, and also how our Substack works seasonally. So because I've been on Substack over 2 years now, I know that autumn, winter in the UK and in the US and Canada is very, very busy on my Substack. That's happened for the last 2 years. So I'm already planning for what that's going to be like and feel like. I know that summer is quieter, so I've got a bit of a scheduling cadence that just works for me and works that I'll be able to take some time offline, which is really nice. Yeah, I think that's around about it. I mean, there's a bit in here about notes. There's a bit in about press if you wanted to try and get press. And it's all just designed in this lovely bound workbook. So depending on where you are in the world, there are lots of places to get this sort of thing printed, double-sided and bound, which is what I did. It costs around about £20 to print. And like I said, I'm giving it away to my members as a free download. So you would download it to your computer. And the idea is that, yes, we do chop some trees down and we do write in it, and we do really connect to this work that we want to do. So we move away from digital. We get some time in the garden to write. We make some time to sit with our handwriting, to be in creative flow, to do that little bit of check-in around reflections, and we just have a lovely time. So if you'd like to get yourself one, head over. I'll make sure it's really clear within a paid post how you can download it and give you some tips about where to get it printed. And we'll do some journaling about our Substacks. Thanks for listening, everyone.